Hi Cancer, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to your Love Bite. Cancer, let's see what are the messages for you now. And a warm welcome back to all my subscribers. Welcome in newcomers. Cancer Spirit. Alright Cancer, 3 cards for the first person and 3 cards for the other person. For the first person we have the Page of Cups in reverse, 8 of Cups and the Moon card. Second person, Four of Pentacles, Strength card and the Emperor. In reverse though, mutual energies, High Priestess, Hierophant, Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Bottom of my deck, Death card in reverse. I have a feeling somebody is kind of really worried that they may not be forgiven, even though they do want to return. They want to speak their heart, something that they've been hiding. I guess I think what this person wants to say is that I want to try again. The other person says, but I've already released this connection, Omkara Tarot. I found no benefit in being in this connection. They were not brave enough or strong enough. They were pretending to be somebody they were not, or they were just being stubborn or something. So I'm guarding my energy. So that's my first thought. Of course, I'm going to clarify these cards. But before that, Cancer, let's start with your dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then I'll clarify the rest. Cancer and their person, Spirit. Cancer and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Alright, and I'll take a few more from a third deck and then we'll start the reading, Cancer. Cancer and their person, Spirit. Alright, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Cancer, if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here says, "You're perfect for me. I hope I haven't lost you. Sometimes I wish I had never even met you. It drives me crazy when you behave like a spoiled child who takes my love for granted. Yes, I love you unconditionally, but I'm not your parent. And quite frankly, your behavior takes the piss at times. You need to act like an adult for our relationship to work. I can envision us getting back together in the future. You were always my desire, the love of my life, but I didn't tell you. It shocked the hell out of me when you told me you felt the same, as I never expected that. You're all I want, but I just don't feel good enough for you. I'm not worth your tears. You left an impression on my heart that I just can't forget. I miss you all the time. I'm an understanding person, and I appreciate that although we are eternally connected, we need our own space. I can't understand why you're not simply able to communicate, that you need some more time to process things. Instead, you ignore me, knowing that it hurts me more and more every time." Alright, so these were some of your messages, Cancer. If these were resonating with your storyline, let's start the reading. The first line is person A for me, who I'll focus on first, and then we'll move to the second person. And newcomers, please remember, these are not gender-based. If this is your reading, you'll pick up which one you're here. Okay, so person A, tell me, why the Page of Cups in reverse? Oh, they have a lot of regret. This person is ashamed, they are guilty, they're sad, they feel whatever they did, maybe they pushed their person away when they should have moved forward. I think this person is really regretting some past actions and they're not sure if they will even be forgiven now. Why? Because I think this person definitely wants to return back and they want to work on things. This person has had some kind of clarity. They want to talk. They want to, tell the other person, hey, I want to work on things again. But for that, they need a lot of courage. Okay. So the Moon card in reverse. What's the Moon card in reverse for you? They've realized they do love their person. They're very attracted to their person. They know that their person maybe was giving them a lot of unconditional love as well. But I think they are feeling very foolish that they never took a chance. They are quite embarrassed, they're quite ashamed of themselves. Maybe they never offered any kind of commitment or long term. They are a little worried about how do I now get unstuck from the position, how do I tell them. I don't know. This person may have in the past only shown their passionate side, or they thought they could get away with it or something. It was always their way or the highway. They thought they could control the other person. But I think things ended in a very, very bad way, and they are scared now. This person is absolutely afraid. They feel the other person has turned their back on them. Okay, so person B, what about you? What do these three cards mean for you? Four of Pentacles in reverse. You seem to have released this connection. Yeah, person B says, of course, they hurt me. They broke my heart. They plunged three swords into my heart. Of course, I've moved on away from them. I've left these empty cups behind, and I'm leaving them behind, and I'm moving on, and I'm totally into self-love and self-care, and hopefully to move forward and find new love in my life, because this was a very toxic situation. This was probably a karmic or something who never had the courage to do right by me. In fact, they made me feel less than, and they made me feel I was not good enough for them. At one time, I think person B did think that this is a soulmate, but they soon realized maybe this is just a person who's pretending to be a soulmate, and they're not the real deal. Otherwise, why would they be so stubborn and so egoistic? And I think person B realized that they were putting in all the work, because maybe they did have love for the other person, but they felt this person was emotionally just manipulating me, keeping me stuck with the hopes that things could go forward. But I found out some truth about them. They lied, they cheated, they ghosted. I was just stuck in a situation, hoping that one day they would come and open their heart or offer me more than they were. Okay, so mutual energies then. For the first person, the one who actually does want to return, but they're scared they may not be forgiven now. I think this person is realizing they've lost out on a commitment. They took too long. They wish they could turn things around, but I think this person is very, very worried that they took too long. They never offered a partnership. They've lost it. They feel their person has left them behind now and moved on, and maybe is ready to give their heart to somebody else. They're very, very sad and very depressed, and I think they're going through the dark night of the soul, because they do realize that, hey, this was my perfect match. This is the person I should have built with. I could have had a happily ever after. They were perfect for me. So they are going through a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. I think they are still spying on person B, maybe trying to find if there is any possibility if they can come and try again. Okay, so what about you, person B? What would these three cards mean for you? Person B says they are right. They never offered me any kind of commitment. I've stopped waiting around for them. Yes, I've pulled my energy back now, Omkaratarot. I mean, this connection was not built on a firm foundation. Everything just crumbled to the ground. So I'm not going to wait around and be sad and keep waiting for them for the rest of my life. No, I've regained my confidence. I've regained my confidence. I'm looking better, feeling better. I'm moving towards a future. And, I'm back to my original confident self. And yes, I did love them, but I've pulled back that love and I'm saving it for myself. So I think person B feels that the other person was not being open or honest, and they have to now protect themselves or guard their energy, because they realize that this connection was very, very toxic. So, death in reverse, overall energy, spirit. What's the death card in reverse as the overall energy? I think this is person B who's coming to the conclusion that, I'm tired. I've been trying enough times. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I believe they'll never change. Maybe the person B felt they were being treated like a third party or a friend or a friends with benefits or something. So it's like, yeah, you know what, they're never going to change. So it's better that I now hold back, protect my energy, stand up for myself, and put in that kind of work into my own life. I don't want to be stressed and anxious and be in a connection which is not going anywhere. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Till next time then, love and light. Take care. Namaste.